Welcome to Off the Ranch. Hope your day is going amazing. I literally just ended yesterday's vlog a few minutes ago, but I wanted to build up some suspense. We're doing more stuff with the kit car, the DF Goblin. So today, I think we're gonna start, Dad and I, hey Dad, I think we're gonna start with seats, and because then we'll be able to like actually get in this thing and drive. It's drivable right now, but a little uncomfortable with no seats. Dad is a car guy. Dad taught me everything I know about cars, and so he should be the perfect man to help me put some seats in this thing. There's bolts that came with the seat belts, the 5-point harnesses, but there's no nuts, so I'm gonna have to make a hardware store run in a little bit, but I think we're gonna go ahead and put the seats in. We're gonna go ahead and hook the rails down, the seat rails, and then the seats on top of that. And I think there'll be enough clearance under there that we can get the seat belts under and hook down later. We got center caps for the wheels. I think it's gotta be that one. Ooh, it looks good. I'm gonna show you one thing. This is not just like a thrown together race car. Like look, this is a seat bracket. And like they could have just made this one solid piece of steel, but they did all these little cuts in it just to save some weight. And then it's thicker up here than it is down here. There's just a lot of little things that they've thought about on this car which make it really cool. We got the seats in. How's the room, the foot room down there? Might need to scoot that one back.
It's fine.
They're adjustable, so yeah. we're not super tall. We're both about 6 feet tall. Okay, so I've never driven this thing. Woo! Yeah, buddy.
Sounds mean.
That's reverse. Woo! I'm gonna get in trouble with this thing.
Initial impressions. What do you think?
Mayor's going to get mad at me when I get put in jail. So the way they build these DF kit cars, these DF Goblins is what they call them, they find a donor Chevy Cobalt. So some Chevy Cobalts have the naturally aspirated engine, some have a supercharged engine, some have a turbo. The naturally aspirated are like 155 horsepower. You can get one of these with 155 horsepower. Or the supercharged are like 205 or 210 or something. Or the turbocharged one, like this one is 260 horsepower, I'm pretty sure. And then they take the engine in its stock form, so this is just a stock turbocharged engine. And they also take as many parts as they can. So this gauge cluster is out of a stock Cobalt. You'll notice we have horn. There's also these buttons over here. So this is all obviously aftermarket, but these are for cruise control. They took the cruise control out of the Cobalt and put it in this car. There's the stock turn signal thing here with your headlight, your brights and everything. Basically everything they could take out of the Cobalt, they have.
Gear shifter.
Chevy Cobalts are front engine, front wheel drive cars, which means that the engine is up here, like it is in most cars. Most are front engine, and it's a front wheel drive, meaning the front wheels turn. So you can see in this, it's like a mid to rear engine car, and it's rear wheel drive. So this shifter is a stock shifter out of a Cobalt, but normally these rods go up to the transmission that's in the front. So they made this little linkage that pivots and heads back here to the back. and comes around right here up into the transmission, which is pretty ingenious. You can see down here we have our clutch, our brake, and our accelerator pedals. These front wheel and rear wheel disc brakes are all out of Chevy Cobalts. Obviously there's some things that are different, like normally Chevy Cobalt is not gonna have an exhaust like that, it's gonna dump. This just has two catalytic converters here, so it's nice and loud. And then they put some big aftermarket springs and shocks on there. And then all this tube frame is all new, of course. Steering wheel seats all new. But like this is out of a Chevy Cobalt. This box full of fuses, out of the Chevy Cobalt. So this makes it simpler because if you ever need to work on the car, it's just a Chevy Cobalt. It's not a totally re-engineered car. In case anything ever needs to be replaced, it's easy, you just order it offline because it's all Chevy Cobalt stuff. So the cool thing about this is it's basically a Chevy Cobalt that they made rear engine, rear wheel drive, and it's about half the weight. So those things, those SS Cobalts are fast anyway. This one weighs half of what it does, plus it's rear wheel drive. So you get so much more traction off a launch. And it's all open, so it's really fun and it seems really fast because all that wind is in your face. So we still have a lot of work to do. Those body panels are gonna get wrapped. I have a really cool wrap coming. And then what else? I gotta put seat belts in. This engine will be covered up by that engine cover right there. There is a little windshield over there. There's side panels too. So it'll have side panels on it covering up the bottom part of this rail. Those are there. Those will be wrapped as well. That's the windshield that'll go up here. I need to put headlights and tail lights on there so that this thing can pass an inspection. So when you get a car like this, it's made by not like one of the big manufacturers that sells automobiles. There's a certain process on these kit cars to get them inspected and licensed and everything. So I don't really understand that yet. I'm gonna have to look into that and figure out how I can make this thing totally street legal, but it's gonna have everything it needs. I just have to go get the inspections and everything done. And then I'll get a license plate put on there and we will be totally legal to go cruise around anywhere, just like if this was a Suburban. Mayor and I are heading to the hardware store to go get some nuts to put on the seatbelts, and we're gonna stop on the way at my friend Andy's house. He needs a little help lifting something really heavy. So he called the strongest person he knows. Mayor. Andy is building a throwing axe target, like hatchets and stuff, tomahawks?
Like hatchets, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you can throw like long handle ones overhand like this.
You should totally do
I
that.
probably need to reinforce it.
I'll give you one guess as to what Andy does for a living. And I'll give you one hint as well. That's a big pile of sawdust. That's the biggest.
That's a year. No, that's a year and like 4 months.
It's the biggest pile of sawdust I've ever seen. Check him out here on YouTube. Andy Rawls.
Stand right there and film me throwing it. I'll throw it right by your head.
All right, perfect. Here, is this what it's for?
A hammer. Dude, don't.
Sorry, is that sacrilege to throw a woodworker's hammer? Nice.
2, 3.
That's some Ninja Warrior stuff. No, it's impossible.
No, it's not.
How did you even get up there in the first place?
You gotta hold all your weight with your opposite hand. Got the GoPro.
But Miss Kitty, she's right there.
Good place to sleep, Miss Kitty.
Can I get in it?
Yeah, y'all can get in it.
How does it start? And how does it have no seatbelts?
I just haven't put the seatbelts in yet. I'm about to. Mayor,
Crazy.
you like it? Yeah. You like it too, Annie? Climb in there, Link. See if Mommy will help you.
I can't get in by myself.
All right, sounds good. All right, Mayor, as an engineer, how does the structure look on this thing? You would trust it with your life?
Don't go.
It holds me, I think.
Oh, good. It holds a 100-pound little girl. We're safe. Yeah, Annie, you look relaxed.
Daddy,
Yeah, bud.
which one honks?
Which one honks?
Yeah.
That one. You did it!
Which one is this?
That makes lights come on, but I don't think I have the lights hooked up yet. Yeah, they're not gonna come on yet. This is like the lightest car ever. Try pushing it, Mare. Let's see how strong you are. Whoa, Mare can push a whole car. Mare, in the last video, apparently there's a part where I called you Meredith. They said Matt calls her Meredith when he's mad at her. I don't know, that's what they said. Is that true? I don't think so. When I'm jokingly mad, I'm like, Meredith! You never call me Matthew. She never says Matthew. I don't think you've ever called me Matthew.
I'm trying to push it.
That's not true.
Have you called me Matthew?
I don't ever just say that.
That takes care of that argument. She doesn't like to hear us fight.
This one. What's this?
Can you reach? Oh, man.
What is this one, Daddy?
Just lean back. Link, do you want me to turn it on?
No.
Lincoln hates loud noises. And the total exhaust is about probably 3 feet long, so it's not quiet, but it's not like crazy. Annie, sit down. Is it good? Thumbs up. Link, thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up. Is it loud?
Daddy,
What?
can you push that?
Can I push you? Here we go. We're gonna go for a ride. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
They look like they're about to go shooting. This thing, since there's no like sidewalls on it, like in my gravel on my driveway, will throw up little rocks. So we have some eye protection, and they both think it's really loud, so they got ear protection on.
Can we go in the pasture too?
No, this car doesn't go in the pasture very well. Y'all like it?
Yeah.
Me too. What do you like more? Do you like this race car more, or do you like the Bug more?
I like the race car and the bug and the super loud.
They're both super loud.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Bug also had no mufflers. Tail lights hooked up and hooked on. They also have the backup lights in them. Cool little LED system there. Got the headlights hooked up, and then I spent a while adjusting them to be the right height, and then I go drive it and see what it looked like just around in my little driveway here, seeing what it looked like on the road and the trees. I was shining it on this door to kind of get the rough adjustment. And seats are in. Still need to work on seat belts. I went to several hardware stores looking for the nuts and bolts I needed and couldn't find the exact ones I needed today, so still working on that. I started hooking these seat belts onto the rear bar back here. It's just gonna take time, need to get to that. What else? Oh, I need to do rear view mirrors, so the side view mirrors go right here. Need some of those. You can see they'll plug in, they'll have little turn signals on them so that they'll have a signal up here. And then later, much later, we'll get the front nose cone all on here, side panels that are just going to be down there, and a little partial engine cover here just to clean up a little bit. I kind of like the bare bones look of it, but I also really like the look of the one that's all covered up. So gonna do that. God, this thing looks so good though. I've driven one before, a different one that was licensed and everything, and it is crazy fast. You guys are gonna love it. I already love it. I love it. So I'm sure there's a lot of things I omitted. Let me know if you have any specific questions. Comment below. I'll be responding to comments. But it's a turbo Cobalt SS engine. It's totally stock. I think it has 260 horsepower. I'm pretty sure they made this fuel tank. So this is an in-house construction to fit perfectly in this little space right here. Oh, one other thing. I already showed you guys the shifter linkage and how they moved it all to go back here, and I thought that was very ingenious. There's a lot of other little things like that that are just, like, I know they took tons of like thought to figure out, a lot of spatial thinking to figure out how it'll work. One of those things is the coolant system. So coolant comes through this big tube right here, pumps into the engine and cools it down with this radiator. Most of these rear engine cars will have like a radiator right up here, somewhere up here, so that it just has to route coolant straight to there. Makes it much easier for routing. But the benefit of having it up there is there's way more airflow up there, plus it just gets some of the junk from back here on the engine up here. But how do they get the fluid from there to there, right? You might be asking. So let's follow this thing down. So this little tube coming down here goes straight into the frame. Do you see that right there where it changes to metal? So that tube goes through the frame all the way up and comes out of the frame right here and goes up into our radiator. And then it goes back out of this tube into the frame all the way in that lower frame rail and comes out right here and goes back up into the engine. I thought that was pretty neat, very clean way to get that fluid up and back without having extra hoses running everywhere. A lot of little tiny things like that that I'm sure took lots of thinking to make actually work. And I'd like to go over like every tiny thing with you on this car, but you non-car guys would get kind of bored with it. But over time, I'm gonna show you more and more about this car, the DF Goblin. I'm very excited about it. Like, I don't know if you can tell, I'm really pumped. And the best part about it of all is that Mare doesn't hate it. She did not like my Baja Bug, let's be honest. That was no secret. She actually kind of likes this car. She thinks it's cool. I think it's just because it's not like an old piece of junk, but I really thought the Baja Bug was neat. This thing is awesome though. It's gonna be a big spoiler on it too. It's gonna have a spoiler back here. It's gonna look like, I think they look kind of like a mix between an Indy 500 race car and a go-kart. Which is perfect, because I'm too cool for a go-kart, but I'm not cool enough for an Indy 500 race car, so this is just perfect. Okay, gonna sign off here. Thank you guys for being here. I hope you know that you guys mean a lot to me. This is like the greatest thing ever, that I can show you guys something neat that I think is really cool and you guys also think is cool. So I appreciate you being here. I appreciate all the support, the comments. Thank you for all of the love and the 1 million subscriber video, because that means a lot to me and my family. And I hope you know that. I hope you can see that through our videos, that we put a ton of effort in these videos for you guys. And I just want you guys to come here and leave happy. I want you to be like, God, Matt made me feel good today. Matt motivated me to do something good today. Matt motivated me to be good. That's my goal in all this. Thanks for watching Off the Ranch. I do love you, and I'll see you next time.
We're not talking about killing people.
Just say I want to murder you. Oh. I can't work like this.